Hello, hello everyone. Hello, Plus Nation. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Renee, can you hear me well?
Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Hervé.
Hi,
Thank you so
Renee,
much
can
again
you hear
for
me
the
well? I
amazing
see.
hosting. Loud and clear. Thank you, my brother.
Okay, nice. My pleasure, Renee. Nice to host
Mine
you,
too.
Renee.
Good to see you again at the Forensic Network event. That
Yeah,
was just
thank you
about
very
two
much.
weeks
Thank you very
ago.
much.
So again, fantastic. Again,
Yes, 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 yes,
having you as a
yes. Yeah,
host,
2 weeks ago. Yes, 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 yes.
amazing.
Yes, 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 yes. I'm hosting you today, and it's my pleasure. Yes, yeah, my pleasure to be your host today. Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you don't know Renee, I don't know. I don't think there is anybody who doesn't know Renee. But I will tell you one thing: Renee is the youngest millionaire of opulence. That's what you
Thank
have
you.
to understand. Is the youngest millionaire of opulence. And Renee, I remember Sanas was saying that was wondering whether you're still the youngest millionaire.
I sure hope so. I
And
hope so.
yes, and I was wondering what does she mean by that? Is there another youngest millionaire or
You know what? There should be actually a lot of people that are, I believe, getting quite close to also reaching the millionaire status. Some a bit older than me, some a
Mhm.
bit younger than me. So, but for now, I will, just I cannot wait though. However, until someone else can actually become the next youngest millionaire. We do have a lot of the youngest,
Mm.
six-figure earners in the company. Absolutely.
Okay, I want to take further time. I will end you the floor. The floor is yours, Mr. Rene Lia. We're listening for you from you, and we want to learn from you. So I will pass
Well,
you the floor.
yeah, thank you again so much, Hervé. Again, fantastic. Again, seeing you at the last event in Toronto here. It's always great seeing you, and one of the things that I have noticed about you, of course, is that, you're just always consistent. And I think that's one of the biggest things is that, consistency gains respect from a lot of people. And that really applies to everyone around you. But of course, so that being said, though, I just want to wish everyone a very good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And again, I hope you had a great day. I had a very productive day myself too. Just love doing what I'm doing. But of course, want to send out a special shout out to the Thailand, Laos, Singapore, Philippines partners because, of course, they are experiencing a fantastic time right now by having our CEO actually, of course, in the house with them. So our CEO had already finished off in Laos. Congrats again, a massive, like over 110 people at that meeting. And I saw videos today. Our CEO was in Thailand, and we actually had a pretty amazing I guess, incentive that was going out there for the Thailand team. And they're on this massive, massive. If you saw the video, if you haven't seen it, oh my goodness, you gotta check this out. And let me try to actually play it for you all. But it was a massive cruise, massive, massive cruise. And if you can actually see in that video, the name of the cruise. Can anyone guess what was the name of the cruise? It's in big, big, purple lights. Any guesses here? While I try to find. Yes, yes, Rico knows what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to find Aranya, um, and because she had the actual video being posted, of course, on her page, and so, but it's a massive, giant, I guess, super cruise, almost like a cruise ship, basically. And at the very top, of course, of the cruise ship is where we had all of the Optus global partners. I'm just trying to skim through my Facebook page right now. Oh, here it is actually, and I hope you can see this here. So this, you guys all see that? Look at that. Talking about the opulence. So, and the really coolest part, of course, is you can see that it says the opulence. Look at the size of that thing. So, of course, our CEO, as always, wants to make sure that people are experiencing the opulence lifestyle. And if you're on this call tonight, how many of you would like to be on this cruise here? So you got all the staff on the top. Welcome them. My goodness. My goodness. With our CEO. Yeah. So anyhow, of course, how amazing would that be, right? And so of course, that we actually went on a similar one a few years ago when we had the Asia conference. So the next time we host the Asia conference, make sure you make time to go to that and join us, of course, as well on that very special trip there. And most of the people who went on that cruise actually got there for free. So absolutely amazing. But of course, today, we want to get back to some really important training, of course. And, for me, I'm always thinking about the best way that I can help any of you, of course, have success in the business. And to me, it always comes down to basically prospecting, and sharing. And so, if any of you have any specific topic that you would like me to talk about, please feel free to go and put that into the group chat or into the question box. 'Cause I am here to help you guys to achieve, your dreams and your goals. And however, that being said, though, I have always believed that one of the most important things that we really have to almost master, of course, is the prospecting part of it. Because once you can master prospecting, or yep, like recruiting people, essentially you have endless supply. You have endless DMOs, endless prospect to talk to once you can learn how to master that, right? And so, and before we end off the call tonight, I do have a very special announcement in regards to the March Madness promotion. So please, of course, stay tuned for that. So, one of the things that I want to talk about today, and I think I love training this because I think it's the best way that I can help you to really start to have success. Again, it goes back to the prospecting. So just a quick question here. How many of you would like to get better at prospecting? So that's my first question. And I always love to make my trainings very, very interactive. So let's have all of you guys let me know, all right, in the group chat, if you would like to get better at prospecting. Okay, so thank you guys for your interaction. I had a long day, so I could really use some interaction with me right now. But that's fantastic. Amazing. Always looking to improve. Me too. Fantastic. Maria Baptiste, again, she is someone who is always talking to people. She had an event today, she said, and she had handed out 45 cards. Fantastic. And so one of the biggest things I think that can assist you with your prospecting, it actually starts with what's going on between our ears, right? In our mindset. And I think I trained this not too long ago. And one of the things that I was talking about was, do we have too much self conversations in our minds? Like, are we talking too much in our minds and talking to ourselves too much instead of talking to prospects? So, what that means is, how many of you ever get to a situation where you end up, even before you want to talk to somebody, you're talking to yourself so much about talking to somebody else that you almost talk your way out of prospecting. Like you're talking your way out of talking to somebody else. How many of you ever have gone through that before? Okay. Which is, you're almost sort of telling yourself an excuse or a reason why you shouldn't go and talk to someone else. How many of you have ever gone through that or still doing it today? Okay, so I see some people, I guess raising their hands, meaning I assume that that's what they're actually they're agreeing to that, and so that's why I want to talk about today because a really important thing that separates people who can talk to anybody compared to other people who almost talk to nobody or they talk themselves out of the prospecting is truly, really, and truly, and really what they believe, your belief, your belief. And one of my most favorite training topics I learned from earlier on in my first few years in the boot camp, of course, is the tripod of belief. The tripod uh, belief. And yes, thank you for your comments, guys. And Ronan, our LD3, of course, is absolutely correct. The best way to get better at prospecting is to talk and prospect everyone. Exactly, right? But however, if you're finding yourself in a situation where you have people to talk to, perhaps, but you're not talking to the people, it's because there's a lack of belief in some area. Would that make sense, right? And oftentimes, I find that there's a lack of belief in one of three categories, and that's what we call it, the tripod of belief. Does anyone here know what the tripod of belief is? Can someone type into the chat box, what is the tripod of belief? Like, what are the three main areas you have to have belief in order for you to get out there and just talk to everybody? We have to make sure we have that tripod strong, right, guys? So the first tripod, thank you, love it, yes, everybody, is belief in the company, belief in the industry, and belief in yourself. Now, I'm going to talk about the easiest one first because we can just kind of move past that. I think everyone believes in the company, and the company that also includes the product. Okay, the company encompasses everything within the company, which means the product, the ownership, the leadership, the comp plan, everything. All right. So I think everyone here has strong belief, like unwavering belief in this company because we just have the best of the best of the best of the best products, hands down, period. No one else in the world has what we have. No one else has as many crazies of tens of thousands of insane, real life testimonials that we have in our company, right? So am I safe to say, folks, that everyone here has a pretty strong belief in the company? Okay. I want to assume that because again, if you've been on our calls, you're plugged in at least, you should understand how powerful and how special our company is, right? And and if you don't have that belief, so what if? Like, what if you don't have that belief in the company? What can you do? It's so simple, right? The best thing to do is go on to the Fountain of Life and Divine official Facebook page. Spend the next 5 hours going down that and reading every single testimonial that you'll see because there's nothing that I haven't seen that the Fountain of Life and Divine combined together can do for people in this world. It's that crazy. Okay. And if you're not confident in like the comp plan, I have a website actually, on Google Drive. I have compared the compensation plan in our company to like over 300 other companies by now, and there's not one company that pays out more in income than we pay out. And beyond that, we have proved it. We have survived past COVID, where most companies were dying like flies dropping out of the sky, and we actually grew during COVID, and we're still here heading into our 20th year anniversary. So I don't think anyone has an issue with belief in the company, right? Let's talk about the second one that is a bit harder for some people, but actually it's really quick to understand this. It's belief in the industry, belief in the industry. And one thing about network marketing is, and our CEO always says it, it's like the last bastion of free enterprises to give the average person a solid chance of having a financial home run. Think about that carefully, right? How many of you have a full-time job? So just really quickly say I in the group chat. If you have a full-time job or if you're working, if you have a full-time job, say I. Okay, thank you. So I think over 90% of the people on this call and thank you guys for being very interactive with me. I really appreciate that. Have a full-time job already. So the statement I just made that direct sales, network marketing, multi-level marketing is the last bastion of free enterprises that can give the average person a chance of having a financial home run. Let's talk about this financial home run. Because if you have a job already, and I was like you, I had a job. So if you don't know my background, I studied at computer science at the University of Toronto, downtown Toronto here. And so I graduated with a software engineering degree. I worked for IBM for a few years, and then I was working for TELUS, which is one of Canada's largest telecom companies, as a senior programmer. And I had a full-time job working 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7, 9 to 9 sometimes, maybe overtime on weekends during releases. And I was making $80,000 a year. Why, even for someone like myself, why is network marketing or the multi-level marketing industry the best industry in the world? Because we just said it, it gives the average person a chance of actually having a financial home run. Because what else could you do? You know, the challenge with having a full-time job is you already have a full-time job. If you want to make a lot of money, well, let's figure out how many ways we can do this. You can play the lottery, which is 1 in a billion. So forget about that ever happening, right? It's very, very unlikely. It's like 0.0000001% chance that you win the lottery. Um, you can either inherit wealth from your parents. I believe most of us here probably don't have super wealthy parents. I certainly did not have super wealthy parents, so forget about that option. Okay, so no lottery, no inheritance, right? You can marry rich. As a guy, me personally speaking, it's not easy for a poor dude, I guess, to marry a super rich, woman. Usually, the super rich woman will look for someone maybe in the same category, and so again, it's just very tough, right? And it's not always the best option to try to marry someone who's rich because you don't ever really have that feeling that you built something yourself. And of course, there's only so many rich people in the world, right? So there's no lottery, there's no inheritance. I certainly couldn't marry rich. The only way to actually to build wealth was to have what? A business. Was to have a business. But now, so within the business world, there's so many kinds of business you can do. And let me ask you a question. Can you afford to take the risk, or do you even have the means to borrow millions of dollars to go and open a traditional business? Do you? Because yeah, it might be nice to own a McDonald's or it might be nice to own a Starbucks, but do we have the financial means to go and or to borrow the money to go and even if you did find the money, what if you screw up? Like the risk involved. Do you have the risk tolerance? If you were to borrow somehow all this money, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, put it into a traditional business and then have it. Again, most businesses, like over 90% of all businesses, fail in the first 2 years. And less than even like 20% last past the 5 years. So, me personally, I don't know about you, but I didn't have the means, nor did I want to take the risk of trying to do that via a traditional business. But I knew that having a business was the only way. Did I want to have to do inventory and shipping and collect payments and finding a credit card purchaser, building my website, paying for hosting fees, opening a corporation, hiring a lawyer, hiring an accountant? Did I want to do all that stuff? Do you want to do all that stuff? Let's see here. If you were to run your own business, that's what you'd have to do, right? Find money to incorporate, have lawyers, have accountants, design a website, pay a lot of money, buy inventory, stock inventory, find payment processing, hire marketing and advertising. Like that's a lot of stuff to do. And that's why MLM or network marketing or multi-level marketing was my only option. It was my only option. And by the way, for those who don't know this, Before I got into Opulence, I had dabbled in two other previous MLM companies where I learned a lot of what didn't work, so to speak. And even while I was part of those two previous companies, I had actually started my own catering company, trying to cater hot food lunches to schools. I had also started my own real estate investment business, trying to invest money, investors' money into other kind of real estates, and I did that as well too. I dabbled in trying to becoming a financial planner. I did my first two tests for becoming a realtor, but then I stopped after the first two because Opulence took off. So my point though is I've tried doing a lot of things before. And so I knew how much work it took, right? And the reason why I love and I'll always defend my life to multi-level marketing, despite how there's a lot of ignorance or lack of education when it comes to this industry. A lot of people will say, oh, it's one of those pyramid things or one of those scams. Like, no, you're just uneducated. You're uneducated, you're uninformed, and you need to, get your head checked because again, um, you know, within a franchise, are there scams? Yeah. Are there good franchises? Yes. Are there bad franchises? Yes. Are there good companies? Yes. Are there bad companies? Yes. But MLM itself is just a method of distribution. And we have an amazing video, by the way, that me and the CEO did on this topic, because people who say it's one of those, they don't understand that there's MLM is just another way of distributing products. You have e-commerce, you have online, you have brick and mortar, you have traditional business, and you can also have, of course, your MLM business. It's a method of distribution. And so for me, though, to be able to invest 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Like, right now our top package in Opulence is like 4,495, right? About $5,000, give or take. And the amazing part though is you don't even lose that. There's no risk. Why is there no risk, team? Because let me ask you guys a question. Why is there no risk with Opulence Global? Why is there no risk? You can invest the brand partner package, 344, LA 1345, LA Plus 1945 or the LADE 4495. Why is there no risk in Opulence Global? Let's see what your answers are here, team. Absolutely. Yeah, you get back more in products than what you actually put in. It's not like you're buying junk, right? People often ask me, Rene, how'd you guys do it with just jewelry and fashion? I'm like, easy, because when people invested money into the business, they never lost their investment. When you're buying silver, gold, and diamonds, what happens, right? Do the silver, gold, and diamonds ever lose their value? No. And yes, thank you, Kelly and Carolyn. On top of that, you're getting back your tax savings by writing off your expenses. So it's actually a no-brainer to be in Opulence if you understand this. And for me, I was single, I wasn't married. I want to save money up with my monthly shopping credits, my smart buy. I keep buying every single month the shopping credits because I knew one day I could buy my wife, my future wife, an engagement diamond. Because I knew what if I want to get married, I want to have kids, I knew I had to have a diamond ring to do that. And again, so all the money I put in, all those years of monthly smart buys to buy that diamond ring that got me married, basically, it still has its value. Isn't that crazy? Like there's like most other companies, if you were buying just, for example, your vitamins, whatever it is, that money is gone, right? If you were to buy our 950 Palladium, our gold, Fairy Moss 21 karat, or 90 karat gold line, you still retain the value. But that aside, we have to now with our Safe Home Revolution products, we have to brush our teeth, we have to wash our hair, we have to shower our body, we have to use I use skincare line every single day. We have to have our health products to stay young and healthy, right? I use the mouthwash, I use the mouth spray, right? So I use pretty much everything in the company, Divine and Fashion head to toe. So again, the money I'm putting in for the business, I'm getting back more in products. So with the LED package, you're putting in 4,495, you're getting back $10,000 worth of products. Like, what is there to possibly to lose? So when I'm just drilling this a bit into you guys, because when you're out there talking to people, you want to give off the same vibe of confidence that I'm giving you, because people will get their energy from you. Their belief depends on your belief. Does that make sense? Their belief will also depend on your belief and how you portray your belief in the company. The confidence, that shining, super brimming, aura of confidence coming from you. You want that to literally like just sort of, like meld into other people. All right. So again, there's no other industry in the world that can give the average person a chance of having a financial home run. There's people on this call here that are making incredible incomes, and they wouldn't have been able to have done that through a traditional business. And that's where MLM has always been that opportunity. But here is the only challenge, though. And think about this now, right? Within this world that we live in, and think about this, right? Um, how how often do you think someone has a chance to actually do something on the side that has infinite financial potential for little or no risk, right? It's so hard to come across. And so that's why for me, when I talk about, MLM, they have to realize that most people, if it wasn't for MLM, they would have, you know, no other option. They'd be stuck in their current job, right? And again, for me, that was my only option. I had a full-time job, I had a few hours left every day at the end of the week, but in MLM, you can leverage your support team, and you have people who are here to help you have success. And one of the things is that if you're struggling in your business, it probably means that you're not using your My5 enough. So I'm gonna say it one more time, right? If you are struggling in this business, maybe it's because you're not using your My5 enough, especially if you're brand new, right? And so that's where you want to get plugged in, and learn how to edify and use your My5. Okay, so again, so going back to this whole belief thing of prospecting, right? So we talked about belief in the company, check marks. We're talking about belief in the MLM industry, right? And now checkbox, right? So what was the third belief that we're talking about here, guys? What was the third belief here? Yeah, yourself. And so that's where we need to, I think that is sometimes the harder one to get, because, belief in the company, it's easy. We have an amazing company. Belief in the industry. I hope now you understand why this industry is so powerful. Okay. And honestly, one more note about having belief in the industry. MLM is one of the industries that give people a chance to literally, get in, because our challenge in MLM is that we have people who are in this business that in most cases, they would probably not ever do their own business, or if they tried to, they'd probably fail, because there's so much involved in having your own business, right? And that's why MLM is a great stepping stone. I remember one training I watched when I was younger, and it was talking about having your own business. And the speaker actually said to the audience, if you have no experience in business yet, he's like, join an MLM company. He's like, get yourself into any MLM company, preferably pick a good one, but it's a very safe environment for you to learn and to develop your business skills. right? And so, think about the amount of people that are in our business. We've got stay-at-home moms, we've got all ages, all races, all cultures, all backgrounds. We have people that could possibly have no education, that never went to university, never went to college. Like these people, again, that's why we love MLM. It gives everyone a chance, for anyone, despite your background, your age, your race, your religion, your ethics, your height, your gender, your looks, you know, none of that matters. It matters in other businesses, but it doesn't matter here. Okay, so I think I spoke enough about why MLM is the best of the best of the best. And again, on to the last one, which is belief in yourself. This one is sometimes the tough one. But at the same time, I think a lot of us here now, I hope you realize that when you ever get a no, so let's say you're talking to somebody, you want to, talk about the products, talk about the business. If anyone ever says no, always remember something. They're not saying that you're a bad person. They're not saying no, you know, to you directly. They're just saying no to what you are offering. And I think one of the things that we need to get over is this fear of rejection. Does anyone here know what fear stands for actually? What does fear's acronym stand for? Can people here put it down? What does fear actually stand for? The acronym FEAR. I'll get some time because it might take a while to type it out. Um, yeah, it's a bit of a longer thing. Okay, yes. It stands for false evidence appearing real, right? And I want you guys to change that because, yeah, what it basically means is that sometimes what we think is actually not even the case. And in my example, when someone says no, people often think that they are rejecting them. It's not. They're just simply saying no to what you were offering. Have you guys on this call ever said no to someone else who offered you something? Let's play this out, right? So, how many of you here say I have ever said no to someone else who was trying to offer or to sell you something? Every one of us on this call have been in a situation. We've all been approached on the phone call, telemarketers, cold call, you're in the shopping mall, buying shoes, buying clothes, right? We've all been sold to at some point in time, right? And now, when you said no, right? Now, again, unless the person who was trying to sell you was being rude or too pushy, but oftentimes, if they just were being polite and asked you if you were interested in buying something and you said no, you had no issue with that person, agreed? Right? You had no issue with that person. You just weren't interested in what they were offering you. So, vice versa, when you're out there talking to people, just remember that our job in this business is very simple. We're simply here to try to help other people. That's all it is. We're here to try to help someone else because we have products that can help them, right? And so for me, one of the biggest things that I like to change the word fear to is face everything and rise. Face everything and rise up. Okay, fear. Face everything and rise. And that's I just changed my mindset. And when you believe deep down inside that you're actually going to be helping someone else, you have no fear of talking to people. Does that make sense, everybody? So, if you look at any of the top leaders in the company, top sellers, top promoters, the top of the top of the top, do you think when they're talking to people that they have even the smallest shred of doubt in their mind that what they are offering is actually helping somebody else? They have no doubt in their mind. In fact, I wake up every morning looking forward to finding someone that I can share this business with. And I hope you can also wake up every morning thinking, you cannot wait to be able to go and find someone to talk to and share this with. Because every morning when I wake up, I said it before, right? That that there's three things that I do every single morning, right? Number one, I always give thanks for waking up. Number two thing that I always do every morning is I reconfirm that today is going to become the best day ever. And the third thing I do every morning is I ask myself a question, which is who can I help today? And that's how I wake up every morning. Because when you really have that mindset of you're trying to help other people, that whole thing of fear of rejection is gone. It's instantly gone. Because in your mind, you know that all you want to do is try to help someone. If they're not looking for that help, no big deal. Let's find somebody else. And I think the other thing that I talked about before is really important is if you're still telling yourself that story in your mind before you talk to someone, you're telling yourself, oh, what? Maybe they don't want the product. I know they're too young, they won't need my products, or they're too old and they don't want my products, or you know what? They're probably too rich already, they don't need the business, or they just won't be interested. If you're the kind of person that's telling yourself all these different stories in your mind, there's only one story that I tell myself in my mind, which is that this person has got to hear on what I have to share with them. This person, that's the only story in my mind. This person, is, thank you, Ronan, right? They need what I have to offer. Like these people, they will just fall in love with everything I will show them. But here's the thing, and that's where it goes back to the training today that I want to talk to you guys about, which is how do we properly approach people? Because as Ronan said, right, they need what I have, and everyone needs three things. Everyone wants three things. What are the three things that you think that every single person on this planet wants to have? There's three things that everyone on this planet wants to have. Put it in the chat box, guys. Let me know, what do you think are those three things that every single person wants? What do you want? Why are you here? Right? Thank you. Maria nailed it on the head. Yeah, I see a lot of these things here, right? Yeah, it's good health, because good health, like wealth without health, you just bye-bye, right? It's good health, wealth, and time freedom, right? Someone wrote things like luxury. Yeah, luxury is part of money, right? Happiness, well, if you have oftentimes, money and freedom can buy a lot of happiness, right? And so, but definitely it's a thing that are the hardest to get oftentimes is good health, wealth, and time freedom. So we know that every single person in the world wants these three things. Question for you. Do you think when I go and prospect somebody else, that I go and ask that person, hey, Bob, are you looking for more time, more freedom, and better health? Do you think that's what I do when I prospect? Let's see. Do you think yes or no? Do you think that's how I prospect people? I walk up to somebody, a stranger, and I'm like, hey, do you want more time, more money, and better health? That person will probably be running faster than a cheetah faster than like an F1 Formula race car. Or they might knock me out. I don't know, right? Okay, so yeah, so obviously I'm having fun here, but the answer is no. There's no way. Okay. So, however, this is where the best networkers are good at this. And Dania, I like it. You wrote it in the group chat. They are masters of building like and trust. And I think that's where you want to focus your time as well, is becoming a master at just building like and trust. And what that really means in like layman terms is being good at having conversations. If you look at any top network marketer or any successful business person in the world, most likely they're really, really good at having conversations with people. So our goal when we are prospecting, is not to go and I remember I was talking to somebody and they're telling me, "Oh, Renee, I don't know how to convince this person to buy this product." We're kind of doing it the wrong way, right? I said, well, why are you trying to convince someone? It sounds like you're trying to sell someone something, but you haven't identified first if they're looking for that thing. I think the saying that I still recall to this very day that the CEO taught me a long time ago was that you cannot sell a man a shovel if he's not trying to dig a hole. Okay. Does that make sense? You can't sell a man a shovel if he is not trying to dig a hole. What that means is that, and it goes back to, that Wolf of Wall Street, that movie, where there's that one scene where someone asks the people around him, he's like, sell me this pen, right? Sell me this pen. And a lot of the people were saying, well, this pen here, you guys watch that movie, right? The pen here looks really nice. It's very comfortable. It writes really well. It's a ballpoint pen. Everyone's trying to sell the pen. But the whole point of that exercise is not really to sell the pen, is to have a conversation with the person to see if they actually even need to have a pen. And the guy who did it right replied back and said, so do me a favor, write your name on this piece of paper. And because he took the pen from the guy, right? And the guy says, well, oh, he goes, well, I don't have a pen. He goes, well, here, there you go. So you have to identify the need first. The best way of doing this, of course, is always identify the problem or the need first before you offer the solution. So when we're building like and trust, oftentimes you can almost cater certain questions to have them divulge to you that they do, in fact, have a health problem, or that they are looking for more money, or they want more time and freedom. And once they tell you this stuff, keep building upon it. And so, someone were to tell me, yeah, I have sugar problems. One of the biggest tips I learned from the training in this company was how to really keep peeling back the layers on the onion. And so, someone were to tell me, for example, that they have, for example, sugar problems. I learned to repeat what they just said, but in a question format. So they say to you, oh, I have sugar problems. I would reply, oh, you have sugar problems? And then you wait, you let them explain more. Yeah, you know what? Start from my family, my parents now, and I eat too much sugar, and I have a type 2 diabetes. Oh, you have type 2 diabetes? Right? Just repeat what they said, but in a question format, and let them keep on expanding upon that. And that's the proper way of building like and trust. Because there's a saying, of course, that we always talk about, right? People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. And if you take the time, just the extra few minutes to get to know what's their problem, and have open ears, which instantly builds like and trust with your prospect, then when you decide to offer them the solution, it's a done deal. But the like and trust is so important. Let me ask you this, right? We have amazing products. We all know that. We have the best product on the planet. We know that. Do you think that just means that if you show someone the bottle that they'll just buy it? Like, does that, do you think that that means it defaults that just because we know we have the best products and that they should use it, that we can just throw it in front of someone's face and they're going to buy it? Of course not, right? So we have to become really good at building like and trust, because if someone doesn't like you or they don't trust you, they're not going to buy from you, no matter how powerful or how amazing this product is. And so, over the years, I've just seen in my, career in MLM, I like to observe other people sometimes. And sometimes it shocks the heck out of me how some people can talk to others. Like I'm like, wow, I wouldn't do that. You know, I've seen people that can be, short fused, short tempered, lack of patience, demanding, rude. I'm like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to be talked to like that, so don't do it to somebody else, right? And so that's where, for me, um, I think one of the biggest things that I grew up with this sort of mindset was, do unto others how you want them to do unto you, right? So treat others how you want to be treated. And so if you really take the time just to build, imagine that every day you're out there to meet a new friend. That's literally my actual mindset. I want to meet new friends, right? And you're constantly always expanding your network. If there's one other tip that I can give you today is, well, let me ask you, are you constantly meeting or putting yourself in front of new people on a daily basis? Yes or no? Let me see your answers, guys. Give me your answers. Are you putting yourself in front of new people, at least on an almost daily basis? Okay, if you're putting yes, that is absolutely fantastic. But I'm going to address the people who didn't put yes. So I'm assuming if you didn't put yes, okay, or it's not enough or almost, then I want to talk to you, because you're the ones who need a bit more training to get yourself to start having more success. Because I can tell already, if you're not saying yes, then chances are your business probably is not growing or you're not making more and more money. So one of the things that you have to understand is, it's a very simple saying, but it means so much, is that your network is your net worth, hands down. If your network is stagnant, it's not growing, it means you're talking to the same people over and over again, and that's not how you build yourself a huge business. And so there's so many things you can do to meet new people. Like I actually recently I joined the another networking group. I joined the Markham Board of Trade, and they have once a month a uh, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. social at this bowling alley in Richmond Hill, and I went to that last time. Every once a month, they have a breakfast meeting where you can meet other people, and the whole point of the Markham Board of Trade is to help people to build and expand their businesses. They're having a luncheon event this coming Thursday, and I had a chance to book a booth. So I actually bought and paid for a booth to go and have my table of products there. I also have joined in the past, badminton leagues, volleyball leagues, beach volleyball leagues, indoor volleyball leagues, dragon boating teams. I've joined, like, be part of different, snowboarding groups. I of course have my tennis groups right now. I just went to a new badminton center recently. So, what am I doing here, guys? All these things, right? I'm part of a cigar group that has reached out. Now there's like 5 cigar groups that I'm part of, and I go to all these different events here. But what's the point of me doing all these things, guys? Is it because I'm having fun? Yeah. Is it because I want to be healthy and stay active? Well, yeah, that too. But more importantly, I can meet new people. I'm prospecting all the time. So to me, I thought, why not do prospecting and do it while I can improve my health by joining a tennis club or something like that, and also expand my business, right? So I'm having fun, I'm building my network, and I'm improving my health because I'm being more active. So I want to encourage every single one of you on this call, right? You've got to make time. Like if you wanted if you are going to, I don't know, if you are being active, just do it with other people. So if you are going to the gym, maybe perhaps join a club in a hobby that you enjoy doing. You know, gym's okay, but sometimes other people are busy doing their workout and you don't want to interrupt them. And that's where I kind of enjoy the sports a lot more. Or maybe you want to join a book club. That's okay too. Like whatever hobby that you have, just do it in a club. Do it in a club. Does that make sense, everybody? Right? So it's so important that you're constantly meeting new people. I'm just telling you straight up. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat things and tell you, yeah, you can do nothing, make tons of money, right? I don't want to lie to you guys, right? And that's not how you do it. Just being absolutely honest with you guys. If you want to have success in this business, you need to have more eyes or ears. Yeah, thank you, hey, Larry. Toastmasters, right? So, guys, give me your ideas on where you can go and meet new people. Shopping in the mall, right? Thanking every person who serviced you, whether it's your shoe salesperson, your clothing salesperson, anywhere, right? Oh, guitar club, amazing, right? Join a music club, perfect. Even a chess club, go for it, right? There's networking events. There's business networking groups like BNI. There's major events. There's trade shows. Like every single month, you should be doing a trade show, having a booth because it's endless customers coming to you at the booth, right? Yes, meetups, right? There's a website called meetup.com. There's eventbrite.com or .ca, right? There is BNIs around the world. Like there's no end to how many people, new people you can meet on a daily basis. But you have to put yourself in those situations in order for your business to expand and to grow. Now, next time we can talk about how, when you finally get a new partner in, to make sure we train the new person and support them. And we are going to be releasing a poster very soon. Our next boot camp is going to be at the Holiday Inn Express. Please mark your calendars. The second Saturday of April, which is going to be April the 12th, is our next boot camp. Holiday Inn Express on Highway 7 and Leslie. Of course, there's going to be lunch included. It's $40 only from 9 a.m. till about 4 p.m. And from 4:30 to 6, we have a power tour that you will see the flyer very soon. There's limited seating, okay, folks? So please make sure you buy your tickets the second it comes out and don't miss that boot camp, especially if you are new in the business. You need to get yourself more trained. You just have to, right? If you want to eliminate, um, uh, uh, trying to get lucky and maybe have success, you want to make sure you have proper success. You need to get trained. You need to get trained. You need to get trained. Don't just do it like guessing and halving it, trying to like stumble your way through the business. No, learn, train, become a professional business person, and you will have massive soaring success once you're trained, right? So that's going to be April the 12th, 9 a.m. We start sharp, and please do make sure you reserve your tickets like ASAP. Don't miss that training, and make sure you get your brand new person to that training. Okay, so now I did promise that there was a special announcement when it came to the March Madness promotion. Who's ready to hear about the exciting news for the updated March Madness promotion? Say aye if you're ready to hear the exciting news. Aye. Yes, absolutely. Right. If you're excited, here we go. Well, the exciting news is that previously the $500 bonus products that was given to anybody who launched as, an LA or higher, guess what? People kept asking me, well, Renee, what if I were to upgrade to like LADE? Do I get the extra $500? And of course, we asked our incredible CEO with a heart of gold, our CEO, Mr. Ramirez Garlu, and he actually said that if anyone upgrades to an LADE, so if you're a current partner already and you upgrade to the LADE package, you will also qualify for the bonus $500 of free products. So it's a no-brainer now, folks, because again, to go from LA or LAP to the LADE, it's already an insane deal because you're getting so much products for such a small investment, like return on investment. But now you get a bonus extra $500 when you do that upgrade to an LADE package. Okay, so any package upgrade to LADE will also get you the free $500 product. But of course, it's first come, first serve, right? So make sure you do it right away. And on the company's main page, there's a link to go and to redeem. You can redeem which gift that you want. So you have to log in and redeem which $500 package that you want to have for yourself. All right. So that being said, folks, we're exactly almost on the 10 o'clock hour mark. I want to say thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope that you got some value, some aha moments, and most importantly, you will take action in your business and start networking, meet new people every single day, go join some new clubs, expand your network, build like and trust, and again, have that belief in your mindset that that people are wanting what you have, but you're going to take your time in identifying again that they do want what you have. All right. So again, thank you so much, folks, for being here this evening. So again, thank you so much, Hervé, for our wonderful hosting tonight.
Thank you very much, Renee. It was my pleasure. I've learned a lot. And these are my notes. I will be applying as of tomorrow. Thanks again, Renee. Thank you very much. Thank to everybody who was on the call. Thank you, Opulence Nation, wherever you are. And I'll wish you good night, good morning. This is the beauty of Opulence. We are all over the places. The sun is setting somewhere and rising somewhere. Beautiful. And that's the same way we make money too, right, Renee?
Yes.
People are going to bed, people are shopping. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is the kind of business people should have. A business that doesn't go to bed. A business that can make you money when you are sleeping. I really like that. And that's why I'm in the Opulence business. Thank you very much, everybody. And see you on Saturday for our next call. To the billion.
To the billion. Have a good day, everybody.